Good morning, everyone. Oh, wait a minute, y'all. Gotta put my sweater on. I pushed the button too soon before I could even get my sweater on. I'm chilly. As a matter of fact, I got my scooter charging because I got to take my trash out. But I just came up here to say good morning to the AAG team. And I don't know what day this Vlogmas is. This must be day 12 or 13. 13. Day 13 of the Vlogmas. 12 more days to go. 12 more days to go, but yet you only got, I think, 11 days for the shopping. Oh, shoot, I got to restart my computer. What the heck? I just noticed that. But anyway, you got 11 more days to shop. And you got to cook. Let's face reality. You got to have some delicious food to go with all those toys and games. And I hope your pocketbooks are ready. You've got your charge card. You got your plastic ready. And I know Walmart can't wait to see you coming. And Target. Target's in there. TJ Maxx. Marshalls. What else? What's the other stores? I can't think. Um, hmm. TJ Maxx, Marshalls. I really can't think of it. Macy's. There's Macy's waiting over there in the wings, y'all. She's at the mall. She's waiting for her share. She wants you to break her off a piece of that. I'm not going to do any shopping this year. I never, recently I have not been doing any shopping. I think I did shopping like when my great-grand twins, the little twins that was over here on Thanksgiving. I think the last time I actually went shopping when they were about a year old, or was it 2 years old? I think it was either one or two, so they're five now. And so I've been dishing out $5, $10, whatever. No, it's so much easier that way, because I don't give the big guys. Well, sometimes I might give, break off the mother and the parents, a little piece if I have an extra piece. But I just don't have no extra piece this year. So I'm going to try to get the kids something. And my grandbabies down there in North Carolina, get them something. One is 6, I think, and the other one is 2. I got a teenager down there. 2 teenagers, actually. But anyway, I'm not going to go do no whole lot of shopping or anything like that. If I see somebody, I might. I'm not cooking, that's for sure. My house, I finally almost got it back in order. Right on down to my bedroom, y'all. I didn't make my bed today, though. But I got all that junk off, the little stools that I got in there. I got all that stuff off, except maybe I got my belts, a couple belts laying around in there, and that's it. I even got the closet halfway. I had stuff I folded up, after I washed the clothes and everything. I had to put it up on the top of the shelf. And then when I got ready to get the shirt, I think it was this shirt or another shirt yesterday. When I got ready to get a shirt, I said, oh, Lord, please don't let them fall. Don't let them fall. And then I had that step, that step right there. Even though I have a step in my bedroom, I got the bigger step in my bedroom, the one I keep in there at all times. But this one I found to be easier to use over there by the closet. It doesn't take up as much space. And plus I got those big storage bags I got one bag with shoes and stuff in it. And then I got 2 more bags with my crochet stuff in it. And then I've got to do something about that stuff, y'all. And then I've got a storage thing with another thing full of crochet stuff in it. And I've got my old computer in a box, but I got the monitor sitting on my dresser. My old computer. It works and everything like that, but I can't give it to nobody because I got too much information on it. I don't know where you take it. I don't know. I was thinking about just hooking it up and see if I could have this computer have it transferred over to this computer, which I don't know how to do all that. But I think there's a place in the back of this computer that allows you to do it. You just hook it up, for the pictures, and that's really all I want, pictures and my personal information. I want that off there. So how y'all doing this morning? It looks like a bright enough Sunday morning. Sunday? What am I doing, going backwards? It's a bright enough Wednesday morning outside. And after I take my trash out, I figured I'd go over there and see if my pharmacy has my, I want to take my blood sugar. I need the Lancets and what's the other thing called? Lancet, that's the Lancets. I don't know, I forgot what it's called. But anyway, I need that so I could prick my finger, to check my blood sugar. And would you believe your insurance? Well, my insurance does not cover that. I got to go in my pocket to get that. You know what I'm saying? I got to go in my pocket for it. And I think I might have a couple of those things, that you stick the finger with. But the Lancet, I think I'm really without. But I usually get them both at the same time, especially if I'm low like that. I might as well go ahead and kill one bird with one stone. Just go over there and pick up both of them at the same time, instead of having to go back next week or something like that. Just for convenience. And what else was I going to... Oh, I was going to go to Walgreens because I still didn't get the stuff for my hair. And I got to wash my hair, and so I got to get that. And that wraps up my day. Those are the must-dos today. Must do. Gots to do. Waiting for my... if you can see, because... See that red light right there on my charger for my scooter? Well, I gotta wait until that turns green. If I had been thinking, I could have done it last night. But I wasn't thinking. Hey, I'm not going anywhere, And so, I've got to wait till that charge. At least charge some, if it don't charge the whole thing. Because I'm not going to go that far away from home. And just get my things, just go to the pharmacies right down the street. And then go to Walgreens. Might stop by Dunkin', but I already had a cup of coffee, made my own cup. It saves a lot of money when you do it yourself at home. But sometimes it seems like it tastes so much better when you buy it out. If you know what I mean, treat yourself. You deserve this. I be thinking, hey, I deserve this. My kids are grown. I ain't got to pinch the penny like I used to. You remember how you used to have to pinch the penny? Because, with 5 kids, you already got a whole lot to do. Well, I had all my 4 kids. I think I told you all this before. I had my 4 girls. And then my son came like way later. I think my daughter, my baby daughter, youngest daughter, she was 13 when he was born. Almost 14. She was going on 14 when he was born. And so he was like a only child. But in the meantime, and in between time, my children are, my oldest 2 were 2 years apart. And then after that, the other one's 4 years apart. And then after that, 4 years apart. My kids are not, the first 2 were 2 years apart, like I said. There you have it. But you know what I often said? I wish, if I was going to have children like that, I wish I had them something like my mother, like me, my sisters and brothers. And, we're like a doorstep. We're like 1 year apart, 1.5. I think my mother said there was twins. I've already said this before up here, but just for the, the new subscribers that haven't heard some of this stuff. So I'm sort of repeating myself. And like between me and my brother, I think it was about 1.5 years. And then there was a set of twins, I think, that my mother said she lost between there. And so they would have been, I might not have came if they had, And so, we was like 1 year apart. And I would say anybody, if you're going to have children, sort of have them a little closer together. But, there was some trials and tribulations there, between that time. Trials and tribulations and, this, that, and the third going on in your life. You're young. You're foolish. You really haven't grown up. When I got married, I was 18 years old. It takes a long time to grow up, yeah. Some of us don't grow up until we're 70. Almost grown. You almost grown. And believe it or not, that is a fact. Whether you want to admit it or not. You change as the years go by. And your thought process is a little different this year than it was last year. And then it goes on and on and on. You see things differently than you did, say, a year ago or 2 years ago. You get it now. You get it. You're almost grown, but not quite. Takes a long time to grow up. Sometimes we don't grow up until we're 70. We're almost about time to check out. And we finally get it. We finally understand, and we understand you well. That's weird how that, it sounds like it's far-fetched, but it's really not. It really is not. If you think about yourself and your life, I'll say you're 20. Let's say you're 20 years old. When you get about 25 or even 22, a year from there, you don't think the same as you did the year before. Some of us, like they say, you grow up right along with your kids. I know my mother was, she wasn't that much older than my brother. I think she said she was 15 when she had my brother. Yeah. So she's a kid, so she's growing up right along with the kids. When I had my first daughter, I was 17. I wasn't quite 18. I was 2 weeks shy of being 18 years old. So you knew I didn't know nothing. I was always home with my mama. I ain't never felt. That's why I never understood why kids talking about they want to run away from home. Run where? I ain't never want to run away from home. I didn't want to leave home after I got married. I still wanted to be home. With my mom, I don't know. I just wanted to be home. I got married. My husband, he was in service at the time. I got married with him, when I was still living with my mom, of course. And I didn't want to leave home, but he wanted me to go and stay with his parents. So I had to leave home to please my husband. But I was still over there a lot because she didn't live, his parents, they lived maybe not too far from us, actually. I could actually walk to his parents' house maybe in about 10 minutes. And so I still came over, home. I call my mother's house my home. Came home a lot, because he was in service. So you don't grow up. That's why I don't understand what people want to talk about running away from home. I ain't want to run away from home. I ain't want to leave. Oh, stay with my mom. I don't know why. But then once you leave home, and then, you call yourself grown and, you're out there on your own, whether you're married or you decided to go get your own apartment or whatever. Once you leave, you don't want to really go back. You don't really, really want to go back home. That's like they say, once you close that door. And some people actually move out of state. They move away from the parents. And matter of fact, that's what happened to my daughter. My daughter moved out of state. And now my grandkids are still, she passed away. But my grandchildren, they still, don't want to come back here, even though she passed away. And so I got one of her children is here. I think he's still here. I haven't seen him in a while. Yes, I did. He came by on Thanksgiving. What am I talking about? I haven't seen him in a while. He was here on Thanksgiving. But I don't think I got him on camera, though, because I think we had stopped the recording. But anyway, he stopped here for a while on Thanksgiving. And the other three, she has a daughter down there and two other grandchildren. I mean, what am I talking about? Two other grandchildren. She has one grandchild down there. And which makes me have 3, 4. I can't get it together, y'all. Not right now. I should have thought this through if I thought I was going to talk about this, but I don't never know what I'm going to talk about until I get up here and start yakking, jibber jabber. And, I said I was going to look up that word because I keep using it, jibber jabber. Are those the words? I'm not sure. Jibber jabber. I guess it means you're talking. Well, in my book, it means you're talking. Probably randomly. You just, whatever comes to mind, you just say it. But anyhow, y'all, I'm going to get up here. Darn thing, it's taking a long time to charge. Because I had it plugged up for about a half an hour. I figured, okay, it'll turn green in a little while. Nope, needing more charging than I thought. And I'm a morning person. I think I said that before. I'm a morning person. I like to go ahead. If I got something to do, an errand to run, or I will need to go to the store to get something, I like to go ahead and get it. Well, it's not quite, let's see, it's not quite 10 o'clock yet. It's like quarter to 10. But this is my time to hit the road. I'm ready to hit the road, y'all. And go ahead and do what I gotta do. And I didn't put my phone back together. Oh. But this one is recording. Now, this is the one I've been deleting. Like I said, I was deleting all those things on the camera, the storage stuff out of that camera. That's what was causing, I believe, because I'm still recording. And that's what I believe that caused me, they were talking about it didn't have enough internal storage because all that stuff is up there. And it's still up there. And I was deleting up to 9, I think it was September. And there's more. There's whole lot, everything that, that these 2 cameras picked up are still on there. And I'm going, delete, 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 delete. I don't know, maybe another 2 or 3,000 since I told you the last time. And I'm still not caught up with it. I said, once I get it caught up, it'll be easier for me to do it. Because when you got a camera, that's checking you outside, okay, say for instance to the street. This street over here, y'all, every time a car comes by, it's got it. A person walking right past the street, just walking by, they got it. And all that stuff is on my camera. I said, I didn't even know that street over there. Now, that's not even the main street. The main street is here. Right this way. This is the front. This is the side. That's not even the main street. And I'm like, why is there so much traffic coming down this street over here when this is the main one? But I don't have a camera pointing at that main one. I can imagine if it was pointing at that main street, it was going bloop, 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 bloop all the time. But anyway, once I get it caught up, it'll never happen again now that I'm aware, because I'm not that computer savvy, as I said before, and I'm not really knowing what's going on with YouTube either. I don't really know what's going on with YouTube. And I've been watching YouTube for a few years, but I haven't, decided to record, upload videos on YouTube for the last 3 years. But I still don't know what's going on, not really. Matter of fact, no longer than yesterday, they say I got to do something about my AdSense. I'm like, what the heck are they talking about? I already did that. Been there and done that. But anyway, I got to straighten I got to look at that again to see what is going on. I'll tell you, I wish I had another cup of coffee, y'all. This coffee I'm becoming a coffee addict. And one time it was 1 cup of coffee, and now I'm having the desire. Well, I got just a little swallow in there, and it is cold, and I ain't crazy about cold coffee. People drink hot or cold coffee during the summertime. And then you go to Dunkin' Donuts. You want a hot or cold? When you ask for a cup of coffee, if you want cold coffee, shouldn't you specify that? Because the normal thing is a hot cup of coffee, correct? And then they want to know if you want cold or hot. I just want a cup of coffee, regular. And I said, hot or cold? I feel like saying, you know what I want. Read my lip. No, read my lips. I want a regular coffee, all right? I ain't in a great mood because I ain't had no coffee yet. Some people say that. They say, I haven't had my coffee yet, so, they ain't in a great mood. They gotta get their cup of coffee first. I ain't like that yet. I drank more coffee when I was working. That's the honest goodness truth. We had a little coffee maker, Mr. Coffee, something similar to, that I have. Matter of fact, it was a Mr. Coffee that had at, my job. And I have a Mr. Coffee. So they basically, this is way back when I used to work. So it was an older Mr. Coffee, but I knew how to operate it. Everybody in the office knew how to make the coffee. And I think I drank more coffee then than I had ever drank in my life. Because every time you turn around, somebody's going, anybody make fresh coffee? And of course you want some because it'd be smelling so good. Mm-hmm. And then we had this lady that used to go to the store to get us food. We were the operators, but she was like I don't know what you would call her. She was just like a person that did various things. She would take, we had like Christmas clubs, and she would do the Christmas club for, all of us at the office. Or she would go to the store to get foods to eat. We ordered the food, and she would go and, just odds and ends. She would just do odds and ends and stuff like that. And sometimes she would dust around the office. I think they just gave us something to do because, I think she might be gone on to greener pastures now. I'm not sure. But she had, I think, 2 or 3 children that had passed away in a house fire. And they say that, she had never quite recovered from it. But I mean, that's something to recover from, you know. And it affected, I think, a little bit up here. She was just as sweet as pie. Whatever we needed, us operators, us lazy operators, whatever we needed. Well, it's the truth. This is true that I'm saying. We were, she had us spoiled, really, And we would order lunch or breakfast, sometimes breakfast. And then we had another one of the regular operators. She would come in and bring everybody coffee. The coffee drinkers, and not everybody up there, appreciated coffee. They didn't drink coffee. But most of us did drink coffee. And she would come in with, I guess it was a McDonald's tray, if I'm thinking correctly, McDonald's coffee or Burger King, whatever one it was, she would come in with the tray with, everybody coffee and stuff. We were like little spoiled brats. But, she was the operator also herself, but she, took it upon herself to come in early just to appease us. And I appreciate, we paid her, you paid her, I think $2 or whatever, just enough to get more coffee. Lord, look, have you ever, did y'all see that purple fish with the polka dots? I think really a lot of fashions that we wear comes from, of course, we know it comes from animals. We got the leopard. I have a lot of leopard, as you know. I just love the print. Leopard and the fish as well. Because, since I started watching the aquariums up here on YouTube, I see things that I've never seen before. I didn't know there were so many different colors of fish, so many different species, and how they all, like they say, birds of a feather flock together. The fish do the same thing. If you look like them, that's who you hang with. It's just like humans. Oh, you know what? I gotta stop by the store because I wanted to try this recipe that I seen on YouTube. You take the peaches and you puree them. Puree. Yeah, that's right. You stir them up, beat them up, and then you get the condensed milk, which I already have a can of that. I had it since Thanksgiving. You pour that in there, and then you need some whipping cream. But whipping cream is so expensive. But anyway, the end result is, you put it in your freezer, and it's like ice cream when you take it out. And she put some, shredded up some chocolate and put it in there too. But I figured, hey, I'll leave the chocolate out and just do that. But that whipping cream, I think it's cost about, I forgot how much, it's a lot. Whipping cream, it costs a lot. I said, by the time I do all that, I might as well just go ahead and get me a half a gallon of butter pecan, which I'm not going to the store to get today. No, because I got on scale this morning, 207 point something or other. That scale said, something tells me the scale is not working right. This is what I got to convince myself, the scale is wrong. It is. It's wrong. 207 pounds, I think it was a .8. You know, the digital scale. That one I got last month, a month before last. I just got it from Amazon. And it's digital, and it's talking about 207, and then then another number over there. What's the woman to do? Should I quit eating and start drinking liquids? I don't know what to do, y'all. Because that seems like to me I'm not eating no more. Well, I got to be eating more because my appetite wasn't like this before. There's Elmo. Hey, Elmo, what's up? Yep, that's Elmo, all right. The clownfish Elmo. Yeah, you know what? I'm tired of sitting up here jibber-jabbing. Still waiting for my light to turn green. But it don't look like it's happening. So it looks like I'm just going to have to go ahead, unplug it, take the trash out, because I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go now. I can't be waiting all day for this. But then if I get on the street, I got enough juice, I'm pretty sure, to do what I want to do. And on that note, I shall be talking to y'all again soon. If I don't talk to you again today, I'll talk to you on the 14th day of Vlogmas. Until then, see you on the other side.